Sorry, I've been having trouble with my Steam. I don't know what happened. My Steam account suddenly got booted out. I didn't sign it out. As you can see right here, I can't even access Steam. I just found out there was a Steam outage. Does any of you who uses Steam have this kind of issue? Christmas is a bad time to be logging on to Steam. Steam, you really need to fix it, okay? Look, I understand you're understaffed, but at the same time, you have to at least find some solution that can be rectified, okay? 2026 is coming. Let's hope that this kind of thing doesn't happen, alright? I tried everything. Sorry about the rant. Who is nice and who is naughty?
Developers must be shaking in their boots right now because indies and AAs are dominating. These
That's
developers are extremely passionate, they're talented, and they're giving players exactly what we have been asking for. And if you take a look at the best-selling paid games on Steam right now, 3 out of the 4 are indie and AA, and it's just proving why the access media and also developers are going after these types of games so hard right now.
Yes, another naughty one, eh? Some developers are naughty. We got Expedition 33 winning. Though it's a shame, though, that the Indie Game Awards have to disqualify them because of AI.
Different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, we have seen a lot of attacks on smaller games over the past couple of months, and specifically, it has been bad since the Game Awards, since Claire Obscure Expedition 33 dominated and several other smaller titles got recognition like Arc Raiders. It has caused quite a stir. Everybody in the access media is trying to find a way to shill for their big favorite corpse. They are trying their best to put out hit pieces. It's why the AI situation, this controversy, has been brought up again. We even have journalists over at The Gamer saying gaming's recent Gen AI controversies haven't impacted the current Steam top sellers and they are seething over it, and I'm happy.
Yes, you love to see it, folks. I'm gonna skip a bit. Don't worry, I'll leave the full video link in the description. Take a look at this.
For it have definitely tanked since release. A lot of people are just playing these top 3 titles. Specifically, Arc Raiders has been doing phenomenal, and it's only going to stay that way because they just released the new Expedition season, gives people another reason to come back. They also had released a new map only a couple of weeks after the game's initial launch, so it seems that they are definitely on top of things, whereas something like Battlefield 6, that hasn't really been the case, but the all-time peak for Arc Raiders was 481,966, and the 24-hour peak is 372,000, and in-game right now is 278,000 players, which is really fantastic for them. I think that this game is really good. I do have some issues with it, like body type A and B.
Yes.
I do think a lot of the outfits look really bad, but that doesn't ruin the experience for me. It doesn't kill the fact that the gameplay is so good. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is a single-player game, just like Baldur's Gate 3, so of course player counts are going to go down, but the all-time peak was 145,063, and the 24-hour peak still 45,000, which is pretty freaking solid. After the Game Awards, it does look like they had a spike to 56,000 players. You've got Baldur's Gate 3. The all-time peak was 2.5 roughly years ago when it went into early access. 875,343 people.
Apologies for I do like that. It's been interrupted for every single time. Some people are still playing Baldur's Gate 3. Good. Media, they are not looking good.
Competition is healthy. Without competition, companies grow comfortable. And when they grow comfortable, that is an issue because they feel like they can do whatever they want, that we're just going to show up and shell out money. And we have proven multiple times that that is not the case. And
yes, many people, look, developers may have the right to put their games on any given platform, but as a consumer, you too have the right to close your wallet. Okay, again, sorry that's not much of a rant. Now we're gonna move on to this one. I'll leave both video in the description, okay? For Intergalactic, Oh boy.
Naughty Dog has been in the news over the past couple of months because of Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet's absolutely abysmal initial reveal. A lot of people were not happy with what they saw. The lead actress Tati Gabrielle freaked out over it, and now we're
Yes, I
finding out that
remember.
the developers were hit with
She's
mandatory
naughty.
crunch, and the access media is saying Sony is evil and we need to run to their defense. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, of course, we've all been talking about Naughty Dog since The Last of Us Part 2 came out, and
Sorry about that voice. Again, I would say this, folks. If Neil Cuckman would have at least stopped false advertising, I mean, none of this would have happened. Honestly, how am I supposed to say this? I think every gamers were relieved when Elon Musk bought Twitter. They immediately voiced their concern. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers got his Twitter account back.
disappointed millions of gamers. But now that we're hearing they are reportedly hit with mandatory crunch, we are seeing a lot of freakouts from the media, which of course is hilarious to me because they expect us to run to the defense of people that have severely damaged this industry.
You have
Why
been
would
naughty,
you ever
Naughty
think
Dog.
that we would do that? And sure,
That's a fitting
do I
word.
think that crunch is a positive thing?
So, look, let me give you an example on Asia, okay? I don't know if they're still doing it, okay? But back in the past, their schedule is like this: 996, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 days a week. There's barely any crunch. You hardly see it. Overtime, yes, there is. But for crunch, barely any of it. Because of one thing, folks. When Asian developers got their budget, they follow it, okay? Follow it to the letter. Look, yes, work-life balance is okay, but that does not excuse you for being lazy, okay?
I do think that it does suck that you are being hit with this, but at the same time, we are not talking about them being forced and pushed into such an uncomfortable situation because we're not talking about physical work. We're not talking about things like construction workers or engineering. We're not
Nope.
talking about things that drastic, and there's also a limit to how much they can actually crunch. And it really just sounds like a lot of these developers are upset that not only do they have to return to office, but that now they have to work a little bit more. And it just seems that Sony is ticked off. I did another video on this topic. It will be linked
Yeah, I
down
see
below.
that
But
video.
Sony is pushing their studios to actually work.
And also because Ghost of Yotei and Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet are Sony's PlayStation last hope, or in this case last chance. Failed, then, well, time for Sony PlayStation to go back to Japan. I think Sony Japan, they must have seen the backlash, okay? They must have seen the backlash on The Last of Us Part 2. Because don't forget, when Elon Musk bought Twitter, it opened up everybody, okay? Everybody is allowed to voice their opinion. And how much you want to bet that people who are watching those Twitter feeds were executive from Sony Japan?
They are pushing the leadership from Sucker Punch out. Seemingly, he says that he's leaving on his own. I don't necessarily believe that, but now
Press
there are
X to doubt,
two
folks.
new co-leaders there. At Naughty Dog, you have them rushing to get the intergalactic internal demo done because apparently they've missed several deadlines.
What the hell does Naughty Dog do just to waste money? Seriously, they missed the deadline? You see, folks, this is what happens when developers get too comfortable. And when they get too comfortable, their competition is taking over, the deadline missed. I know they want work-life balance, but that does not excuse you from, I don't know, being lazy.
The studio after all of the plagiarism and really just terrible art design accusations, and we are just seeing a lot of things changing over at Sony, which could be good, I suppose, but never trust them. It says, though, it sounds like things have not been going especially smoothly behind the scenes. The Bloomberg report says Naughty Dog has missed multiple internal deadlines on Intergalactic, and this pushes an attempt to get the game back on schedule. Employees were reportedly told not to work more than 60 hours per week, and were also ordered to return to the office for 5 days a week rather than the 3 days per week that was previously permitted. And I do think that work from home can be more productive. It is really a
Correct.
blessing to be able to work from home, but we are still, again, talking about people going and sitting and staring at a computer screen. So I don't really feel all that bad for the activists who have damaged the video game industry and the
Yes, the activists have been naughty. Naughty dog. That's a fitting word. They've been naughty. Just showing you some clips. It's not much of a clip, okay? We got AA, Indie, they are rising. And I'm gonna say this again. Regardless if Expedition 33 win or not, gamers will still support you, okay? That's something we need to remind these developers. I mean, take a look with the developer of Chanty, the pirate game. He stood his ground. He wouldn't bend the knee. And every developer should do the same. AI could be used as a tool, okay? I mean, how are you gonna render a mountain, or in this case, an open world, if you're the only one there? Look, I know there are arts, but let's say for certain you want to make an open world. You got everything set up. Because don't forget, there is this one game that's called 14 Years of Flame. One of the place, it is taking place on one of the battles I saw in that trailer, took place in Pingxing 1, okay? And if you look at the place, not just the area surrounding it, the mountains, the surroundings, also the troops. Remember, this is a division, okay? 10,000 troops. And indie developers can have the luxury to draw or maybe create 10,000 soldiers just in one sitting. It's impossible, okay? Looks like Naughty Dog, Sucker Punch have been naughty. While the AA, Indie, and the Eastern developers, well, they're doing good. They're nice. I have to say, for the Eastern developers, make sure you fix your performance, okay? I know you want to use Unreal Engine 5, but at the same time, fix your performance. That's all. And for Indie and AA, remember one thing. It doesn't matter whether you win or not, gamers will still support you either way. And one more thing I'd like to add, at the time of this upload, this channel will be renamed into Army Group GG, okay? That's right, you heard it. Army Group GG. Now let me add a few things. Many people, I would say this, I'm 100% certain the AI controversy, they will never end. Even when 2026 rolls around, the AI controversy will continue to happen. I won't be playing Expedition 33, so that thing's gonna be delayed. It's supposed to be either yesterday or today I want to use it at the time of this upload, but sadly, Steam faced an outrage, or in this case an outage, so might cancel it. Wait until it recovers. I'll put the gaming let's play for Expedition 33. Hope you guys have a good Christmas. And oh yeah, it turns out this could be just a rumor. According to Smash, Alyssa McConaughey has now left the gaming industry. But she'll be back. I would say she'll be back. Hope you guys have a good Christmas and stay safe out there. Look, don't console war or anything, okay? Just spend time with your family. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
This is...
It's a place to honor the dead. They're still waiting for the salvation Mother Sphere promised them.
There.
I want to send the memories left here to Mother Sphere. That's where they belong.
I'll help.
Me too.
Thank you, both of you.